on your friends. Hey, Lisa, my friend, let's do a
Hi,
chat.
hi, Tom. Thank you so much for agreeing to meet with me today.
My
I
pleasure.
feel, yeah, very, very privileged that you have agreed to this, particularly as the big news has come out today about Radio 1 weekend.
Radio 1 have started noticing us now. I am aware of that. It's been a long time. I used to ring up all the time. I used to send emails like 10 years ago, just sending demos to them every day. It was like I became really obsessed with the idea that I had to be on Radio 1, and
That
now
is,
it's finally happening. So I feel very, very privileged to be on your T-shirt right now.
I know.
Look at
Do
me
you
there.
remember
All
how long ago that was, Tom?
that was a few years.
Quite a few years ago. So obviously we've known each other a little while, and I've been following you for a number of years. But just for the benefit of the people watching, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about the band?
Yeah, sure. So I'm in a band called the Lottery Winners. We've been going for like 10 years. We take it pretty seriously. We released our first album this year in March. We waited 10 years. There it is. Look how pretty it looks. It sounds awful, but the cover is so nice. And yeah,
Way.
we waited 10 years to release it, and then just released it just as the pandemic was starting. So, one of those things, whatever. But it did okay. Like, it got in the charts. We peaked at number 10 in the UK album charts and the official charts, and number 2 in the iTunes chart. So we were really made up with that. I don't think anyone was really kind of expecting the success of it. So yeah, that's what I do. Just generally a musician and songwriter.
And do you have a personal favourite on the album, Tom?
Yeah, it's the last song called Young Again. Still makes me cry. I don't know if I'm just dead soft, but I remember the place I was in mentally at the time when I wrote it, and everything that was going on around me, and it really puts me back there when I listen to it. And a lot of other people have said that song makes them cry as well. And I'm not trying to make everyone cry, but the thought of making someone feel something with something that I've written, it really means a lot to me.
It's a great song. My favourite was always Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's a fan
That.
favorite. You know what? I'm gonna say this now. First time I've admitted it. I didn't want it on the album. It's old for us. Like, I must have played it a million times, and I don't know. I didn't really want it on the album, but I just didn't think I could live with the backlash of not doing, because I think a lot of people really wanted it. And I'm glad it's there. It's a good song.
It certainly is. So the world's changed for everyone, obviously, considerably since lockdown. But I can see that you guys are doing quite a lot. How's life changed for the band during lockdown?
Yeah, well, it's changed immensely. A big part of my life is performing and jamming and playing with my friends. And most days, in fact, like, it wasn't just like touring with Lottery Winners or other gigs that I was doing. Most of my nights were kind of made up with meeting friends and just playing music. And so that's been hard. That's like left a big hole to fill. And I know that I've got it better than people that are ill, or people that are alone and don't. I know that, but so I'm not moaning about it, but like that has been a significant change in my life, just not being able to jam with my mates, because that's like the most important thing to me. So yeah, that's been kind of weird, but we've been finding ways. I've been finding ways to stay creative, and so have my friends, and we're still playing together in the ways that we can. And yeah,
Well,
so
that's
it's
it. I mean,
changed a lot.
I think as a band, you seem to have been very creative. You've got Lottery Winners TV that goes out on a Sunday midday,
Sunday, yeah.
which is great. I mean, yesterday was a personal favourite with Miles Hunt. That went really, really well. So I'll put a clip of that in the attachment here. But I'll be watching what's going on next week, next Sunday.
Yeah, it's keeping us going, to be honest, to do that show. We always wanted to be on telly, but no one had put us on telly, so we just made our own one. And I like it, and I think a lot of people are liking it too. And it's really keeping us entertained to make it. and we think about it a lot and put a lot into the production, and so that's taking up our time. And then if people are entertained by it, then that is just like a nice situation for everyone, I think.
Great. So what are your 3 tips to people watching, Thom, for surviving and continue to enjoy music during lockdown?
Generally surviving, the 3 things that I've been kind of making sure that I'm doing is I make sure I get up early every day. I don't want to fester in bed, because I know that as soon as I start doing that, then that will just be my day. And I'm trying not to waste any day at all. So I always make sure I get up early. Um, that's just because I know what I'm like if I don't. So I get up early. That's my tip 1. Then I know not everyone's going to be making music or can create something, but I just I want to go to bed at the end of the day, every day, having made something. So whether we've been working, me and the band have been working on like covers, called Sounds of Isolation, like a little series of covers, and some of them have been great. And I put a lot of time and work into them. We've been working on our next album, so we've been writing songs for that as well. Or even if it's just writing a little poem or drawing a picture, like I want to like I've created something every day. I feel like, or even like absorption, because like as a creative person, a lot of the time with like just general life, it's hard to find these pockets of time to actually just sit down and get inspired. So like it's been a long time since I'd read a book, or since I'd listened to, just sat there and done nothing else but listen to an album. It's always when I'm driving around or chatting to someone. Like this has been the first time that I've managed to sit in that chair there and put an album on and just absorb it and just really listen to it and focus on it. And so I'm not saying like there's no silver lining at all to what's going on in the world. It's terrible. But if there was, it's that now we can just watch a great film or just listen to a great album or read a great book and just fully appreciate it with nothing else that you need to do that day. And that has been kind of nice. So that tip 2, creative, be creative. And then for me, I miss all my friends and family so much, and I know everybody else does as well. And that's been like one of the hardest things. So I just make sure that we're I think me and the band probably talk now more than we ever did, even though we spend every day together. Like we're constantly just on a FaceTime, it seems like, and that it kind of feels the new normal. And yeah, I'm just making sure we're checking in on each other and making sure everyone's doing okay, because that's important too. So my tip 3 would be checking on your friends and stay social in the way that you can.
Love
They were
that.
good tips, weren't
They
they?
were great tips. Oh my gosh, get up early, be creative, and keep in contact with your friends and family. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Thom, so much. Thanks for taking the time out to have a chat with us, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon on
I look
stage.
forward to seeing you as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that you care.
Thank you very much.